Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my June monthly wrap-up and then also my July TBR. So let's get into the video. So the first book that I read this month was Crooked Kingdom. I did do a reading vlog on this book, so if you want to see in-depth thoughts while I was reading the book, you should go check that out. I did give this 4 stars, and I am obsessed with this book. I am obsessed with the storyline. I absolutely love these characters. Just everything about this book is just, it's amazing. All right, next we have The Littlest library, which I also did a reading vlog on. So if you want to see that, you can go check out that video as well. I gave this book 4 stars. I haven't thought about it at all since I read it, and I read it at the beginning of the month. So, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it at 4 stars. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at 4 stars, but it hasn't really stuck with me, probably because it's more literary fiction, and those books don't really stick with me as much as a more broad genre, I would say. I mean, obviously I carry fantasy books in my head everywhere I go, but this book just didn't really stick with me as much as I thought it was going to. So next I read Destroy Me. Hold on. I read Destroy Me, which is in Warner's POV. It's a novella. Then I read Unravel Me, then I read Fracture Me, which is an Adam's POV. I didn't read these novellas, which is the first time that I've ever done that. Typically after I finished a book, or like when I was reading Crooked Kingdom, I had like just started reading it, I know what the rating is going to be within the last like 50 pages of a book. But these are only 100 pages long, and I didn't really have a rating that was like, this is what it is. And typically I get that after I read a book, so I decided not to rate them. And I mean, they're novellas. They were good. Adam's POV, it's kind of like, okay, we get it, but you know, other than that, I enjoyed the novellas. And then Unravel Me, I gave 5 stars. This was really good. It picked up so fast. In my last monthly wrap-up, when I was talking about Shatter Me, and I was saying like Juliet's like how she's like come into herself and stuff, it was so like fun to read about that. It is nothing compared to what happened in Unravel Me. She really just, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was amazing reading about her, you know, like going through everything that she went through in this book. And I'm really excited for Ignite Me because this book was insanely good, and everybody says Ignite Me is the best book in the series. And this book was really good, like a 6-star book, so I'm pretty excited for what's about to happen in Ignite Me. Next we have Rosemary, Cottage by Colleen Coble. This book was also a 5-star read. I didn't annotate it because I read this on a trip and I didn't really feel like annotating. I don't have to explain myself to you. This book was really good. I know at the beginning of the month when I was first talking about this book, I had no clue what was going on. But Colleen Coble's books always hit. They always hit, and they're always so good, and the twist is always, you never see it coming. For those of you that don't know, Colleen Coble writes, I don't know if all of her books are, but the ones that I've read have been like mystery romances. It's mainly mystery. The romance isn't, I wouldn't say it's a subplot, but I would say like it's very heavy in the mystery category, and then a little bit less in the romance category than mystery. That's how I would describe it. Yeah. But This book was very good, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading this, and I did not see the twist coming. I was close in relation to the twist, which you will understand if you read this book, but I was honestly way off. But like okay, how do I describe this? I thought it was somebody in the book, but it was wrong, and it ended up being somebody that I thought, like, they were related to the person that actually did it. The person that I thought did it was related to them. So that's what I mean when I say I was close in relation, which was scary because that came out of absolutely nowhere. So this was really good. Okay, technically not the last book, but the last book that I've read so far in the month of June is The Summer I Turned Pretty. I gave this book 4 stars. I don't know, I liked the storyline, but I didn't really connect with the characters, and I'm not sure why. I typically always get like connected to the characters in some kind of sense. I think it was probably because this book is less than 300 pages and I read it in 2 sittings instead of 1. I also read this one on a trip, so I was like, you know, everywhere kind of. So I read this book in 2 sittings, so I think that's why I don't really have extremely amazing thoughts about this book. It was good, I was in the story, but I wasn't connected with the characters, so I think that's why it was kind of meh. But I also didn't think that a 3-star rating was good enough, so why I didn't just put 3.5, I don't know. I think I'm changing it to 3.5 stars, which kind of pains me because I really wanted to like this book, and it was just kind of in between good and eh. So it's still really good and I highly recommend it, but I just wasn't connected with the characters enough to give this a higher rating. Alright, this last one I technically haven't finished, but I am currently reading As Good as Dead. It is the 27th of June, so I still have 3 days to finish this book. I'm 100 pages in. There's no way. We never know. I'll put whether or not I finished it and what my rating is over here. So far, it's very good. I'm annotating it a lot more than I'm annotated Good Girl, Bad Blood. It's very... If you follow me on Instagram, you know that this book is very, very dark, and it keeps making me sad. Because, like, the things Pip are going through, it's like, it makes me so sad. But, I mean, Holly Jackson is a mastermind when it comes to these, like, YA mysteries that she's writing. So maybe we will, I don't know, Pip will be happy at the end of this book, maybe, please. It's good so far. Whether or not I finish it or not, we will see. Okay. All right, now we are going to get into my July TBR, which is, there's only 1 fantasy book. The rest are romance. There's 6 books on my TBR. That has never happened. I have 5 romance books in total. 5. I read 3 of them this month. I'm not entirely sure what is happening, but I don't know. I guess I'm a romance girly now. Who knows? Anyways, the first book the fantasy book that I want to read in July is Ignite Me by Tahereh Mafi. The cover's going to be on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I'm very sorry for that, but I don't know how to do it. I'm very excited for this book. Everybody says Ignite Me is the best book in the entire series. So I'm very excited for that. So yeah, I'm extremely excited for that one. The next book on my July TBR is Seagrass Pier by Colleen Coble. It is the third book in the, I'm gonna get this right, the Hope Beach trilogy, which I read book 2 of, which was Rosemary, Cottage. This book is about a law enforcement officer. Yeah, she's a law enforcement officer. And I don't know if she's on the police or the Coast Guard, but I'm kind of hoping she's on the Coast Guard because there's a little thing been going on between two characters in the Coast Guard in this story since book 1. And I read a book, like a standalone by Colleen Coble that they're in, and I love their relationship, so I really hope this is their story. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. Colleen Coble, she always writes the best mystery romances. Like, it's perfect. So yeah, I'm very excited for Tidewater Inn. I'm really hoping it's about the people that I think it's about. I just can't remember what her name is on the synopsis at the back of the book. If I remembered that, I would know, but I can't remember. Okay, the next 2 books on my July TBR are It's Not Summer Without You and We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. Hopefully I will like the rest of the series. I liked The Summer I Turned Pretty, I just didn't absolutely enjoy it as much as I enjoyed like the rest of the books that I read this month. So I'm really hoping that I like the rest of the series. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, the last 2 books on my TBR is People We Meet on Vacation and then Beach Read. I'm talking about them together because they're by the same author, Emily Henry, and Emily Henry is extremely popular right now. Everybody is talking about her. It's probably because Happy Place just came out like 2 months ago, and everybody says that book is really good. I have heard that people don't like People We Meet on Vacation, but I'm still gonna try it. Everybody loves Beach Read, so I will probably like that one too. I don't know. We'll see. All right, that is it for today's video. Those are all the books that I read in June and all the books that I hope to read in July. I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment down below what you guys are gonna read in July, and click the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I upload, which is on Mondays. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.